Hello, everyone. This is Evan,
And this is Brandon.
and we're from Way of the Artist Podcasts. Just a quick note to everybody this week. We're not releasing a new episode in support of the peaceful protests going on all over right now, standing up to racial injustice. And we feel this is a crucial thing to be acknowledged right now.
Yeah. I think the main thing is that we talked about this and we thought about, where we wanted to be and how we wanted to stand in relation to this. And I don't think either of us have the right thing to say or we know what to say. But when you see injustice in the world, at least this is our belief, that you say something about it, you stand up for it, even if you're doing it wrong, even if you're not doing it well. And we just didn't want to cloud the airwaves with anything. We wanted to I feel like this is a time for other people to speak. And we kind of wanted to make a statement by kind of giving the mic over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to acknowledge that, when we see the injustices and the kinds of violence that we have been seeing, we are all affected by it. Nobody is insular from it. We are deeply affected by all of this because, we are so connected and we are so intimately one another, and we cannot pretend like this is something that doesn't exist or is not a problem, because it is clearly a problem.
Mm-hmm. I think also, like, with just world events, the way things going, with this coronavirus that happened, I think what that made everybody, at least a lot of people, began to see that we all started to see how connected we all are. We're all a part of the same team. We're all humanity here. And when we see bad things happen in humanity, regardless of who does it, and it's not right, at a certain point, enough is enough. And I think also, like, we know that this like, change takes time, and everything isn't just going to happen overnight, but it starts by just doing the right thing. And we're trying to do that. We don't know if this is the right thing. We're not sure. But this is the best attempt that we have at the moment. And I think that's something that we can always all do.
Mm-hmm. And really, I am, like, normally we don't really prepare too much to say, but for this, I felt the need to prepare a few things to say in all of this, just because it is hard to know what to say or to know what the right solutions are. And I think in some regards, nobody necessarily knows, what to do, but the best way is for us to all start communicating and talking to each other. And that's going to require a lot of understanding and compassion as we all hold each other in this and try and really see each other as that we're all on the same side, that everybody wants to do what's right here, and to acknowledge that in each other.
Yeah. It's we're all finding a way together. I think a lot of this show and a lot of what we try to talk about is just about finding your way and figuring that out and, making a claim to that. But this is something where humanity's finding our way, and it's something we'll probably do forever. But, every time we try to redirect ourselves in a direction that's more in line with what's in our heart, each and every person, we make the world a better place. We make ourselves better in this place. And that's the aim here. So, whatever that is for you, this is, we obviously have an audience. We have people who listen to us, and we felt it was a responsibility of ours to just stop and take a breath and say, like, hey, we acknowledge this is happening, and we want to make space for that. And that maybe that's all we can do. And I wish I could do more. I think we both do, but it's like, it's something. It's a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this how everything goes over the next little while. So much of this depends on the courage that we show. And that's the courage to speak up when there is injustice happening. And sometimes it's the courage to be silent, to step back when it's more important for somebody else to speak and to be heard in the moment. And also the courage to admit that we're wrong, and for within ourselves, to admit within ourselves the places where we have been ignorant, or where we have, and by ignorant, where we've also been ignoring things that we feel just don't affect us, and our apathy. We have to have the courage to face those things within ourselves as well, if we're going to find a real way forward together.
Yeah. And there's a quote that I'll share, and I'm not exactly sure who said it, but it really impacted me when I heard it. And the quote is, "If you love it, it will grow." And I think that's a really good way to just look at all of this stuff. Just bring your love, whatever that is for you, however that looks for you. Come at this with love in some way or another, and you will grow good things. Yeah, getting hateful and getting angry, it isn't the answer. Although there's a tremendous amount to be angry about, and there's a tremendous amount to be upset about. And it's not to say you can't have those feelings. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that at the end of the day, what's going to make us move forward together is our love for the right thing, for the good thing, for the betterment of whatever we believe should be better and should be good. So, and I think that finding your way around that it requires self-reflection, looking inside, maybe looking to people who are being good models and maybe modeling them. But I don't know. But this is something we're figuring out too. And I guess, I just want to say, like, Evan and I are here by your side, and we know you're out there. Maybe you're not saying anything back to us, but you're there on our side. And that's one of the most important messages that I think needs to be said today, that you're not in this alone, wherever you are.
Yeah. We are allies in the fight against ignorance in the world.